What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday MLB edition of my DFS podcast. We had quite a night last night. The FanDuel hybrid ended up just barely cashing in tournaments and cash games. It was GPP that had huge return on investment. If you go over to my Twitter, I am doing a GPP season giveaway. All you have to do is retweet my giveaway here. It's my pinned tweet. Had a mini takedown last night. Smaller tournament, $100 entry fee. Took down first for $2,000, 20x ROI. I woke up to a bunch of different members DMing me their results, and a lot of guys ranged anywhere from 10 to 20x their ROI. So an exciting night for the GBP. Everyone really went off on that team except Ty France. But we had the Mariners stack. We had a couple of home runs on other teams. So let's continue here. We had a solid weekend. We had a solid day yesterday. A lot of people saying, who had the GPP membership, it had already paid itself off, and now they're definitely in the green after last night. So let's try to do a sweep here tonight. Why not? That's always the idea. We have every team playing on the main slate tonight. 15 games, 4 after-hour games, 1 game right now that is a true threat to reign, and that is the Brewers and Mets game at Citi Field. I will definitely leave that game out of this video. As usual, give this video a like if it helps you out. If you used my plays yesterday, you should have done pretty well. Spencer Strider ended up going off, needed him. And make sure you are subscribed. We have Taco Day on Prize Picks. If you're in my Discord, I always do pairings for that all day. So plenty of stuff to do here tonight. The after hours slate, I'm doing 2 different teams. 1 team for my paid Twitter subscribers, and then 1 team to post on my website, to keep it separated. So for pitcher tonight, if you want to spend up, we do have a Coors game. We have the Dodgers against Connor Siebold of the Rockies, so they're going to be, a main priority to spend up your salary. It's going to be tough, but Shohei Ohtani looks like the best spend up at 10.8K against the White Sox. He's at home. Went through a little bit of a skid, a few games in a row where he didn't look so great. But then in a tough matchup against the Dodgers, he came out and mowed down 12 of them for 58 fantasy points. So it looks like he's right back to his normal self. If you can spend up, it's a great matchup against the White Sox. They tend to strike out a decent amount. So I do like Ohtani, but if you want to get those Dodgers at Coors Field, I think the best dollar for dollar cheaper value play is Bryan Woo of the Mariners. 8,900, sub 9K. I see him getting over 25 fantasy points tonight at home against the Nationals. Nationals, not a good hitting team. We saw Luis Castillo give up a couple of different solo homers last night, but then he really settled in. I think he ended up going 7 innings and like 8 Ks or 7 Ks with only 2 earned. Bryan Woo, his MLB debut on June 3rd, brutal. He had a very, very difficult matchup. He was on the road in Texas. The Rangers, one of the top, 5 hitting teams this year, maybe top 3. You could argue the Rangers, in general, just one of the best teams in the MLB. An extremely tough matchup for him to come in as a debut. So I'm going to throw that out the door. I'm not too worried about it. Since that debut, he has been solid. Only 2 earned runs in the next 2 starts, and then last start at New York in the Bronx, a huge hitting, a hitting environment. 5 1/3, 5 strikeouts, shut out the Yankees. 37 fantasy points, got 38 the start prior. Even 20 at 8,900, 29 fantasy points will get the job done as well. He could be a little bit more efficient with his pitches. He hasn't reached 6 innings yet, but his strikeouts look good. I think it's a really, really good value play here tonight. He has a few starts under his belt now. Maybe his leash gets extended just a little bit as well. So don't get worried about that ERA. That just got inflated because of his poor first outing of the season. And then I'll give you guys one more pitcher that I like. sub 9K, and that's Garrett Whitlock of the Red Sox. It's a pretty high over-under. It's warm in Boston tonight, so it is a hitter's environment, but the Marlins, not a great offensive team. If you want to save more money, Whitlock, I'm probably going to be targeting him one way or the other here tonight. He's a little bit of a favorite here against the Marlins. Alcantara of the Marlins has been terrible. Whitlock has been really good. He had a shaky start to the year, but he has settled in. 4 earned runs in 2 out of his last 4 starts isn't great. To see him go over 6 innings, though, in the last 3 games is really good. 6, 7, and 6 strikeouts. I already posted my pairings in my Discord to the first taco, the esports taco. And one of the pairings is over 4.5 strikeouts for Garrett Whitlock. I do love that prop here tonight. It's like minus 130 on sportsbooks. As you can see, he's done that in 4 straight starts. His leash has been extended a little bit as well. If he could just give up, a few less hits, that would be ideal. His walk numbers are down though. He's throwing strikes. I do like this play too at 8,600. I do think Brian Wu is a better play, but if you want to get different, Garrett Whitlock should be worth looking at as well. For the infield, we got to just try to get as many Dodgers in the lineup as possible. My first priority is Freddie Freeman at 4,600. I don't care how expensive he is. Oh boy, I mean, this over-under tonight is 11.5, and they got Kershaw on the mound, so they're minus 275 right now. Vegas is projecting the Dodgers to score like 7 runs, 8 runs, which is just absurd. They could put up a really crooked number. We saw the Angels score 25 at Coors Field on Saturday. There's no reason why the Dodgers can't put up a boatload of runs as well. Freeman should be batting second. I'm going to say he's the best hitter in the league, at least right now. In terms of average and, he's not like an MVP guy like Ronald Acuna because he doesn't steal bases. He's not quite as electric. But in terms of just raw hand-eye coordination, hitting, drawing walks, I think Freddie Freeman is the best hitter in the MLB. He's just a guy who does everything, hits a million singles, gets extra base hits, has power. He could easily get 5 at-bats tonight. I love Freeman. He is my first guy I am throwing in my lineups tonight. He could put up a 20-plus fantasy point performance at Coors Field tonight. Second infield play, I like JP Crawford. He was a huge reason for our massive GPP night last night. The Mariners are in the same exact spot they were last night. They are at home. They're a big favorite. They're against a bad righty of the Nationals. Last night it was Trevor Richards. Tonight it's Jake Irvin. They're basically the same pitcher. They're both righties. They both have an over 4 ERA. They could do the exact same thing here tonight. Crawford, a lefty, should be leading off once again. He homered, went 2 for 3 with 2 walks, got up 5 times, 31 fantasy points. Again, he was on the GPP team along with the other Mariners stacks that I had. I like going to him again. He's cheap. He's under 3K. Mariners are a top team to stack tonight at home. We just saw them score 8 runs last night. No reason why they can't, do the same exact thing here tonight at home against Jake Irvin. For the outfield, the Guardians are in that mix as well as a top team to stack tonight against Brady Singer. Anytime Brady Singer is on the mound, you're going to want to target the other team on offense because Singer is not good. 4-7 record, 6.34 ERA. Stephen Kwan should be leading off tonight. He's had a decent year. His average could be better. But 3,100 lefty-righty matchup on a team that should, generate a lot of runs. If he gets on base, there's going to be a good chance he scores. He steals bases. He has an active game log. He usually doesn't get you a 0. I like going to Kwan. I suggest if you do go with Kwan, you try to stack other Guardians, Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, because Kwan doesn't usually just get it done on his own. He doesn't hit homers. He needs other guys to hit him in. So if he's having a big game, most likely the guys behind him are also having a big game. If he's scoring, you're going to have Jose Ramirez, Ahmed Rosario, Josh Naylor, Josh Bell. Those guys are going to be hitting him in. So if you do go with Kwan, I suggest stacking other guys on this team instead of only picking Kwan from the Guardians because he relies on other hitters to hit him in due to his lack of power. And then my last play, I usually do 2 infield, 2 outfield, but I'm doing 3 infield, putting him in at utility. Nathaniel Lowe of the Rangers. The Rangers, you know what? These are probably the 4 best teams to stack tonight. Each of the guys that I've picked in this video, the Dodgers, the Mariners, the Guardians, and the Rangers. The Rangers in another great spot here tonight at home against the Tigers. They are huge favorites. Matt Manning, 4.6 ERA. They should have no problem hitting Manning of the Tigers. Lowe is the only affordable Ranger in this top 5 of the lineup because you got Marcus Semien is expensive now. Corey Seager is over 4K. Adolis Garcia is expensive. Josh Jung is having a huge season. He is expensive. Lowe, 276, should be in the heart of this lineup, only 3,100. He is the best dollar for dollar play on this team tonight. 4 for his last 9 with a double in each game. He has an active game log. He usually does a little bit of something. His power numbers are a little down. 8 homers isn't great for a guy who usually bats third. But that's okay. He hits extra base hits. Marcus Semien and Corey Seager get on base a bunch. This is a really good value play at 3,100. I will be utilizing that utility spot for him, especially because I'm locking in Freddie Freeman at the catcher first base position. But I do like Lowe too at 3,100 here tonight. A great value play. That'll do it for this video, guys. Let's have another huge night here tonight. Head over to my website, closer to lock, fd-guru.com. If you don't have an account, it takes a second. No credit card required. But give this video a like. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. Peace.